Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is October 24th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. No trade recommendation here, guys. Just a look at the market and see what we see. And again, let me go ahead and resize this, maximize this quarterly chart, and all in zoom in here. Again, what we see the Dow above an R1, and all looking really strong, looking really bullish, closing near the top, and all. Very small wick here at the top. That's what I'm talking about, closing at the top and all. And we have these higher lows and higher highs still at this time and all, and a green candle. So looking very bullish here on this quarterly chart. Let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, zoom in here. What we see here is the market above a 9-10 moving average line that say, okay, if you're above this line, we are in a bull market. If you're below this line, you're in a bear market. We're getting kind of extended off of this 9-10 moving average and all. So be careful, but I do still kind of expect this thing to go higher. I think this market, if you go back to some of my other videos, I talked about this market may have come down to this point and bounced, and it's done that bounce and got a nice bounce here. Again, I kind of expect it. You know, this is a monthly candle. It looks like it may not cross this R1 level. That's this green line right here that I'm talking about this month and all. But this quarter, I kind of almost expect it to actually go higher than that and all, because we're almost there already. So again, with this whole higher highs and higher lows, the way this market is going and all, I do see us going higher based on this monthly picture that what I see right now. But let's go ahead and go down to the weekly and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, zoom in here. I'm zooming in kind of big here, and all, because what's going on here is that we had this bearish pattern. This is not bearish pattern, the bullish pattern. The bearish pattern wasn't that. Let me back up just a little bit. The bearish pattern was this pattern right here. This green candle here, and this red candle that we had, the one-day Friday candle, I call it, and all. And again, and we didn't get confirmation of it. It did come down quite a bit, quite a low, but again, it ended up pushing back above pivot, like I would expect. Again, we started out above pivot, we're back above pivot, so I expect us to stay above pivot, and we're above an R1 at this time. So that's that's my whole game plan and all. And right now, we ended up forming a bullish, harami, and we've gotten confirmation of that bullish harami with this candle right here closing above this candle right here. And this week we made all-time highs again. So again, confirmation candle. I kind of expect this thing to continue going higher and all based on the big picture. And all that's what I see here. But let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up and see what we see there. Daily noise. Zoom in here. The thing is, I knew on this daily noise we're going to have the same thing that we've been seeing on all the other indexes. It's this gap. That's the only thing that got me kind of scratching my head and all. We had to kind of like gap above these highs to seem like to break these highs. It had tried before on this day right here. It made an all-time high, and then that Friday, this red candle right here ended up getting slammed back down, but we didn't get confirmation of that candle right here. This was the Friday where the Dow was a little bit different that Friday, but this market was going down, and then we got in the reverse back to the upside. Let me erase some of this. That's why I say the daily noise, wasn't as nice of a bullish looking pattern here with these two candles here from yesterday and all to give us a sign that, okay, this thing may be ready to go gap up and go higher, or was it reversing to go back down from this top selling pressure and all. But when you saw this right here, it kind of like, I'm just below an R1, and how am I going to get above here? Is it going to get above there, or are you going to just drop back down here to pivot somewhere? and maybe want to fill this gap down here that I'm looking at and all. But it surprised us, surprised me and all, and we did end up gapping up. We did end up today making all-time highs and all. So again, I kind of see us opening. I see it that we probably will open up next week above our pivot. And again, you will be expecting, I will be expecting this thing to actually continue going higher. So 475 is our R1 level that I kind of expect to at least reach and all if we're going to go higher. So I'll be on the lookout for that. The Dow is not one of those ones that I actually trade, but this is what I actually just see here on the charts here with the Dow and all. So again, everything looking very bullish. This thing looks like it's ready to go higher. So that's what I kind of expect. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I really want to share at this time. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. This is Right Side Trader. Have a good one. Bye.